Hello and welcome to all you Geminis. I was looking for no reason. Let's have a look at your monthly horoscope for May 2016. And for some of you, happy birthday. For some of you, happy birthday already in May. And the month of May is actually a bit the same energy as in April. So there's a lot. The things that I mentioned in April are still a bit applicable in May, but there's also something very positive going on, which is Mercury going direct, your ruler, and also Jupiter going direct. Jupiter going direct on the 10th, around about the 10th, and so the planet of hope, wishes, expansion, your fate, and Mercury, your ruler, the planet of communication, going direct on around the 23rd. And that's a very specific time around the 23rd, the 21st, up until the 23rd, because there's going to be a full moon and the sun will be in your sign during that full moon. Very important indeed. It also touches Vesta. And let's talk about that for a start. So this full moon with the sun in your sign, with the moon in your opposite sign of relationships. This is a very special full moon. First of all, Vesta is a little asteroid that is all about dedication, focus, commitment. And that is with you in Gemini, in the first house with the sun. So it means a focus on you is important. That's already one thing. And but it's in opposition with the moon and Mars and Saturn all in your 7th house. So there also needs to be this understanding, this need for understanding someone who's close to you, or maybe a business partner, or maybe even clients. So there is a bit of a tension going on there between you versus others, between what others need and what you are all about. It's about you as your identity. And there's a bit of a clash there. Now, whatever it is there to point you towards balancing these two, trying to, and good chances are that there comes clarity after that full moon, because then a day or two after the full moon, your ruler goes direct, Mercury. So that means more clarity, more things become more clearer. So if there has been a bit of a relationship struggle when it comes to your personal relationship, or maybe with clients, or maybe with a business partner, try to find that, for some of you, it will mean that they will have to restrict their boundaries a little bit more. Because it's about healthy boundaries when you see that opposition here. Maybe you have gone too far towards someone else crossing their boundaries, or maybe it was someone that is a bit too demanding towards you. Whatever it is, it's like you need to stand up for yourself now. With the sun in your sign, you will. And especially with Vesta, that asteroid there, that is all about dedication and focus. So that is good. Don't be afraid to readjust a little bit, and of course that will cause a little bit of tension, but at least you are honoring yourself and also others in that respect. So that's the first thing that is quite special about the month of May. Now, another thing is that there is for all of us still, as in April, a beautiful Earth trine going on, and for you very significant because your ruler is included here, which is Mercury. So Mercury is in Taurus, and as I said last month, it's not a bad Mercury retrograde because it's so beautifully aspected with Pluto and Jupiter. So the communication is powerful. It helps you to grow. So especially the two last weeks of the month are going to be way clearer. And where is the reality for you, and the good reality? Because a trine, so actually there are 3 trines going on, 3 positive energies going on between 3 planets, all in earthly signs, but for you, all in water houses. What does it all mean? It means that on an emotional level, you feel like there is protection there. I can't put it in other words. You know, this is in a nutshell, but because your water houses, the 8th house, the 4th house, the 12th house, these are all the difficult houses actually, but in this beautiful flow, it means that there is an understanding of emotions. There is a flow of emotion, and it's very tangible. It's something that you see in reality. You are emotionally more stable, or you have the ability to do so during the month of May. Because of this beautiful trine there going on. So take advantage of that. So notwithstanding difficult things are happening to you, there is this beautiful water support going on. Maybe on a very subtle level for you. Okay, for some people it is like their money houses. For you it's your emotional houses. It's also important, isn't it, to be grounded when it comes to your emotions. That's it, being grounded in your emotions. So I think that's a good one, because then you can conquer it all, can't you? So that keeps ongoing for the whole month, and more clarity, as I said. Then the last thing that I want to talk about is the Jupiter square Saturn. So Jupiter square Saturn is a stressful aspect, but the Jupiter, which is about your expansion, Saturn is about your restriction, so they are in a clash, and actually there are very energies that are actually each other's contradiction. So Jupiter wants to grow, Saturn wants to stay. So again, in a nutshell, this means slow growth. So there is slow growth for you going on an emotional level, because Jupiter is in your 4th house, but also on a relationship level. Saturn in your 7th house, you're getting very real with your relationships. You know what they are all about, and but still they demand responsibility, and you feel that it restricts a little bit your own growth. But that's the plan. That's the plan. Growing but slowly. So taking little steps towards your connections with other people and your own inner development, you could say. So that stressful aspect is actually not that stressful, because that Jupiter is connecting towards that beautiful trine that I was talking about. So therefore, a lot of people find peace in other things, like for you in relaxing, in taking care of yourself, meeting your own needs. If you want to be alone, you be alone. If you want to listen to some music, you do that, and so on and so on. So it's quite an emotional month during the month of May, but in a good way. So it's not that you're not in control. On the contrary, you're way more in control emotionally now because of this beautiful trine. But it is a fact that your challenge is how to take into account that other person who's close to you, if you're in a relationship or if you're not in a relationship, business partner, clients, people who are very important to you. How do you get along with the restrictions they put on towards you and your own development? How do you timeshare that? That's basically the challenge of the month, and you're doing that by taking into account that responsibility, but also taking into account your own development. It's timesharing, as I said. Having said that, thank you so much for watching. I wish you a very good month, you lovely Geminis, and see you next month. Bye-bye.